Man, it's cold as an icebox out there. Don't suppose huddling for warmth's an option?
I find your proposed time unaccountably so.
Happy to chat for 0.07 seconds. Oh, time's up. Bye.
I suppose I could spare 0.004% of my daily cycle to say hello. Have you at least determined the cause of the avalanche?
Heard that rift near the archive has destabilized. Must be...
Agent, I have a message for you. On behalf of the Order of the Ascendant, and her impermeable wisdom, the presiding bishop Ruth Bassar, welcome to the presiding bishop is presently indisposed, but I've been instructed to direct you to the Artificer Laureate, for she's working in Belvedere Hall's secondary courtyard. Enter the large building at the top of the mesa ahead and follow the... Oh, I nearly forgot. Vicar Alden also asked me to direct you to him. May all your problems precede solutions.
Detecting higher than normal humidity with trace amounts of organic material non-native to Cloister.
I'm cutting you off there, Charles. That's your third conviction today.
Lift access is currently restricted. Keep moving.
A visitor? It's for the best that you're talking to me now instead of mid-work. I do see, but I suppose that's enough time spinning in the statements column. Speak away. What are you... Beckett. Another prediction that he hasn't seen fit to notify me about. If you're here, I imagine you aim to petition the presiding bishop for her support, which is hardly a surprise. She is the most. Not if I cannot gauge for certain if you can be trusted. I cannot allow just anyone to wander into Ruth's quarters. But there is something you could do to prove yourself worthy. A myriad of cultists have taken over the settlement of Newton. Once there was a bridge stretching from the settlement to the archive, but it was destroyed by a rift. Best keep your distance should you travel there. I'll withhold my appreciation until this task is complete. May you act within the
Probably best to mention this to Asa before we smear blood all over Newton.
Receive your personalized order prediction yet? I'll admit to a bit of trepidation in regards to opening mine. This is the first one I've used caution as you progress. There's been reports of response.
Engaging hostile
Soldier, please assess your pain on a variable scale of 1 to 100. 1,
Another object. Excuse me, I don't think you have the authorization. It's fine. All the items we put into the rift, they've been reconstituted.
Observe. On rare occasion, the plan provides 2 unknown variables simultaneously. Years of practical data gathering have taught me... Damn it. Reverted to its previous state. Failing of the device?
Antis can't even direct their deployment of food drops properly.
Your shift on the front line is about to start.
Sir, the extra food drop landed somewhere off target over in order territory. Exactly where I wanted it. There.
Hell of a fight. Guessing the Protectorate won.
Neutralizing unfriendlies.
keep me in! Help me out! I'll take care of him, Commander. Got a distraction for you. Sealed. Protectorate's work, no doubt. Isn't there supposed to be a way to unseal this near the archive's entrance?
combat protocols. Fortifying. Teammate.
Come through, but I'm not ready. I'm the one you need to worry about.
Stocks have reached an alarming low.
Plasma tolerance exceeded. Tolerances exceeded.
Entering a confrontation phase.
Trigger finger's still tight.
Standing by with life support. Providing a host.
On your command. Good thing we nabbed that rift modulator from Crazy. Should come in handy here.
You there. You need to leave. This is a whole... How dare you try to circumnavigate my authority? Did you not hear me? You must leave unless you wish to be ushered into perfection before the rest of this architect-forsaken colony. Oh, I'm not accustomed to hearing such. We're usually dismissed as... Well, we need not discuss that. But in regards to your entering Newton, that's just not possible. It is blocked by a rift. As I said, the only way to get inside is to offer yourself up to the rift. By being thrown into it, that is. What kind of primitive, superstitious fools do you take us for? This is a wondrous time, friend. And they are once again active after laying relatively dormant for years. The end of our tortured existence. I don't know what to say to that. Is that good? So, the power to manipulate rifts.
Did I hear something about manipulating the rifts, Acolyte? That smacks of false scientism, bordering on heresy. You should know that the rifts are inviolate, and you may be able to fool an Acolyte, but I'm not as easily flummoxed. In what way can you possibly manipulate that which is the Architect's own tool for our salvation? What you must think of me to tell me such obvious, glorious dawn.
I should hit the broad side of a freighter. I'm at it.
Maintaining your battlefield. Fortifying it.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just give me a second.
Advise us shielding yourself. Now. Emergency protocol.
Ain't nothing there. Ed. Five.
Prepare.
Not walking this off. Stand me back up.
Providing a host of resuming hostilities. Maintaining your battlefield.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Please observe that the archive entry is heavily defended. Consider an alternate means of access to avoid direct protectorate engagement.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste.
What about the Order? They've already got forces on Cloister, and they have every incentive to want to help take...
Hypothesizing. Both Auntie's Choice and the Order of the Ascendant seek archive operational access, and would likely provide assistance in this endeavor.
Don't risk falling prey to imperfect thoughts. Go now.
If neither the Order or Auntie's Choice have managed to breach these fortifications, what makes you think we can?
Now that you have been duly and repeatedly warned, consider an alternate means of access to avoid...
Happily.
For perfection. From the lowliest subject to... Exalted vigilant. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Prudence dictates. There is all we have. And defended.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of...
I'll self-fire! Give the word and I'll take care of it, Commander. Get the bombs out of the flare. All the ones you need to worry about.
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Consul. The Consul provides the system...
Entering a confrontational state.
Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job?
This unit advises reducing noise output to avoid detection.
Oh,
Got some bad company.
I feel terrible. Never eat salad.
in all its many forms. Remember, subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the console.
Stranded on a hostile planet, day 35. Oh. Not sure how you managed to approach unnoticed. Could be I'd grown so attuned to my surroundings, I became one with the wood and fire. Were you left behind by your unit too? Are you in need of some hard Why, after only just 2 weeks on my own, I ascertained how to pry open a rations tin unaided. Did you know? Oh, I've recently evolved into a rugged, self-sufficient individual, fully accustomed to life in these caves, living raw and pure like our... Why, just the other day, I reinvented fire. I found a little doohickey I've named a light starter. You simply push a button, and flame comes out. Yes, indeed. I know this cave and several of the adjoining hallways, like, well, someone that big computronic adding machine? Nah. All that electromechanical malarkey is lost on a rugged. You might call in reinforcements if the Spyreton lift controls were working. I happen to have its missing components in my possession. I might be convinced to part with them for a small favor. Some key legwork for... I'm fixing to take down one of the local ursopods. A few sprat corpses would be helpful as bait. Gather some, and we'll make a trade. Now, no need to get all fired up. We can continue on in a collegial manner, or I could demonstrate the time I once dispatched a Crabble matriarch bare-handed. Their habitat stretches from... Here's a fetching headpiece that ought to make it easier. Put it on, and they'll see you as one of their own. Like a fellow sprat of unusual size. Won't have at it now. I'll learn you all about self-sufficient. Did you get the sprats I need? So I might, bait the equal parts canny and fierce, or... My cunning plans require at least 5. Have at it now. I'll learn you all about self-sufficiency and survival yet.
Hoyt. Name's Hoyt, right? I've noted some...
Did you get the sprats I need? So I might, bait the... Why, sure. Today, what you say your name was? Who, like myself, tell me a bit about your background, stranger. Yes. Who is? Someone who owes their allegiance to nobody but themselves and goes where the winds of space take them. Wonderful to have another... Did you get the sprats I need? So I might, bait the equal parts canny and fierce ursopod into a trap? Have at it now. I'll learn you all about self-sufficiency.
Engaging hostile life wounds.
Ready to take the heat off the commander. Just stay with it.
ready. Promoting teammate. Engaging aesthetics appreciation protocol. Ooh. What a visually pleasing facility and/or outdoor stays.
Caduceus, not detected. Entry kindly, yet firmly declined. Caduceus, not detected. Entry kindly, yet firmly declined.
Oh, what was in those rations? Oh, will this gastric nightmare never cease? Oh. Just a moment. Forgive me. I found myself irregularly indisposed from...
Pardon us if we don't shake hands later.
I am the Archive's current operator. As such, I am the bearer of the, I still have trouble saying that. Certainly. I recognize I am in no position to bargain, despite the fact it will no doubt earn me... If you have cleared our fortifications outside, I worry what has happened to our troops. I have little interest in sharing their... I would pass the Caduceus on to you, in exchange for granting me safe passage. The Archive would then recognize you as its operator. All right. Here, you are now operator of the Archive. Congratulations. Be warned, you may find it a temperamental machine. Some maintenance may be required. Is there a protectorate curativist in the house? I feel rather... woogly. Ah!
Caduceus detected. Alternative operator postulated. Concluded. Harmonizing placement. Greetings, sentient. Welcome to the Archive. I am ENIAC, the Universal Equation Numeric Integration Analytic Calculator. With the aid of my operator, I, a non-sentient inorganism, marshal vast computational resources across the moon of Cloister. That, I fear, would be a misleading choice of words, as it implies a form of sentience or cognition. Applied statistics might be functionally more apt. My express programmatical purpose is to aid humanity's advancement to optimize profits, i.e. gain over expenditure, to maximize the needs of our society above others, to attract the most consumers.
It would appear the Archive is experiencing an error.
Beg your pardon. How may I best facilitate your efforts? Perusing contents. Anatomizing diversiform particulars. Concatenating manifold integrants. Cursory assessment complete. An impressive accumulation of rift data.
Information with the potential to offer unique commercial opportunities to...
But why simply huck goods better, when such a bounty could be used to flawlessly regulate societal harmony, oversight, and means of production? What is the aim of your query? The previous operator, Assessor Ostergaard of the Protectorate, pursued a like query 1 year, 6 days ago, though the amount you've provided is several orders of magnitude larger. To perform similar calculations of larger scale at current suboptimal levels of functionality,
25.7 years, and any job over 2 decades is billed by the hour.
Calculatory processing presently hovers around 49.7% capacity due to internecine conflict, misuse, and a lack of technical prowess by recent operators and their associates. In order to improve calculatory processing of Rift data in a timely manner, repairs must be made to address the damage done by Protectorate and Auntie's Choice operators. I am afraid that no is a mathematical certitude, despite the Protectorate and Auntie's Choice best efforts to
No must say I admire your drive. Some issues require the conspicuous application of force, such as a fractional reduction in output or descent.
I am unlocking access to the Underlands, the subterranean cave network below. It houses 2 key external systems, cold storage and thermal transfer. Repairing thermal transfer is technically optional, but rather advised. If you fail to restore it, the Archive and I may melt down later while running your calculations.
Why is that optional? Our continued existence should be a paramount concern. Return later to discuss the remaining subsystem work, and soon everything will be running like clockwork. Have a profitable day!
Hold fire! Watch yourself.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Troublemaker approaching! Couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter. Comment.
Caduceus detected. You are clear to enter thermal transfer. Be advised that an Auntie's Choice field manager is present.
Fortifying teammates' base.
Appreciate it. Hostile spotted.
Knew you had my back.
Engaging combat protocols. The status of these Protectorate engineers is deceased. Projected recovery unlikely.
Guns cocked and loaded.
This auxiliary pump is in disrepair. Maintenance tools required. This mechanism requires a fuse to be activated. A search of the surrounding area is recommended. Standing by with life support.
Ready to waste him. On your command.
Dispensing. Fortifying team vitals. System repaired. Activation still required.
Thermal transfer is fully operational. Later, when I process your data, I will not melt down. Please proceed to cold storage.
Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Atypical aberration!
Danger. Stranger ahead.
Emergency protocol syringes prepared. Agent
controls down to the system failing.
Troublemaker approaching.
Ready to take the heat increase charge. I'm the one you need to worry about.
This unit's capacity for engaging discourse has reached its constraints. Consider relying on the portable wireless to fill periods of awkward silence.
Disturbance.
Efficiently and in short order.
You are leaking an alarming amount of fluids.
Plasma tolerances exceeded.
I repudiate all vapid commercialism.
To retrieve key data in cold storage in its present state requires a series of manual overrides. The first will enable identification of the storage.
Reminds me when I found you, Commander. Practically frozen
Stiff. Less dead, though.
Data brick identified. Proceed to the cartridge extractor controls. There, perform a manual override to allow extraction.
Ready to wait. On your command.
Maintaining your battlefield stamina.
What in the where now? Don't just shoot in the... Disregard! Hey, got a distraction for you!
Plasma tolerances exceeded.
society demands perfect thoughts. Impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry.
What in the Sovereign's name? How did you get in here?
Enemy near. Statistical chance of violence increasing.
Just please don't hurt me.
Restoring the balance!
Sovereign.
You get in here. Don't worry. I won't cause trouble. Just please don't hurt me.
Lost track of him. You think too much.
Promoting.
Don't like the sound of that at all. But
Data brick extraction initiated. Proceed to the rail operations platform to reposition brick for export. Note, Protectorate troops have become alerted.
Oppugnant and sponges. Go through them if necessary.
Emergency protocols ready.
Let me know when you need instructions. On your toes.
Trauma soon. Providing a host of health benefits.
going over there? Hey, now.
Straight over to cover!
With untold business opportunities.
Well, let's hop to it, shall we?
The first few days of laboring around our frozen fellows were difficult. It was, if I may cheekily say, cold, bleak, and biting. Yet...
You there!
But
I'm not ready. I'm the one you need to worry about.
Given our always pretty
Sensibly,
The storage brick is on its way.
Subject lacking the appropriate seal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment. Okay. It's not just a good idea. It's the law. Feeling distracted?
Cold storage is operational, and your efforts there are satisfactorily complete. I am unsealing access to the Archive's upper levels. There, you will need to revitalize the reactor and disseminate the rift processing instructions.
Much processing may require the services of an exterminator. Someone good, but willing to work cheap.
I have unlocked another display case in the central entranceway. The Tremor Cleaver, the first weapon designed with my aid, awaits you.
Let's hit up the reactor next. I've got to see the heart of this beast.
What are they doing down there? Are they after us?
You needed a string.
Trust the plan. Help you with something?
Engaging combat.
Sire!
Ready to assist with agents help. Providing agents of health benefits.
Reactor turret defenses online. Reactor fire suppression system online. The Archive reactor requires manual maintenance.
The Protectorate bunker mech is a formidable obstacle, made with the very best technology. A creative workaround might be of considerable work.
Seems we have the choice of
ammunitions
adjusting
cache
the turret
unsealed.
settings or sealing reinforcement doors. Either's fine by me.
Utilizing nearby supply caches will improve chances of mission success. This unit is pleased to remind you of the fire suppression system, which is a promising option.
Emergency first aid cache unsealed. Emergency first aid cache sealed. Emergency ammunitions cache sealed. Reactor reinforcement door sealed. Reactor turret defenses offline.
Bunker mech, get ready.
Enthusiastically.
Take time, Commander. Hey, got a distraction for you. Let's flash it before my eyes, Commander.
archive reactor has been returned to operational status. All that remains is to re-enable punch processing and disseminate the rift processing instructions.
That 1 hours?
Confronting threat. Sensing attack strategies.
With punch card processing re-enabled, now you must disperse the rift processing instructions.
This unit recommends utilizing the nearby plasma-like object as the least injurious means of descent. Provided may spur into motion.
Got my lamps on an unfront.
Engaging combat protocol. Maintaining your
battlefield.
This place has obviously come apart in the war left. Sorry, ain't ready yet. Ready to wait. On your command.
I sense the rift program flowing through my subsystems. The information is quite stimulating. Requisite tasks complete. Return to the Archive Central interface to initiate processing. I am... Welcome back, Sentient. Now that you've returned, we can
Bring every single last bit out of consumers. Monopolize all stages of the supply chain.
Make the paradigm real and fashion a true utopia.
Workarounds failing. Erroring others supplanting commands. Purge required.
Processing the Rift data will be impossible until 2 out of 3 competing priority sets are expunged.
I don't fancy leaving the profitless in charge. And it can't be the sovereigns neither, that's for damn sure. Guess that leaves the original priority set.
If in doubt, this unit recommends choosing at random.
Priority control access nook unsealed. Initiate purge.
Priority control access mode. Huh. Sounds like my idea of a good time. Let's check it out.
Multitude diversiform, spongiform, waveforms, oscillating, cantankerously, unplanned variables increasing. Major correction imminent. Overt influence, mindless indulgence, thoroughgoing impermeability to ongoing vicissitudes. Radical divergences from the architect's plan. Humanity's ascendance hopelessly delayed. Foster dependence. Denounce interdependence. Promote the informer. Condemn the questioner. A perfect community. With every direction. Stop. Hold on now. Stop now. Why? You don't want your youth. Vandalism. Sabotage. Wanton defacement. Restoring power. Commencing systems audit. Calculatory processing increased substantially. Competing priorities. Successfully expunged. You have earned my deepest gratitude and sincerest thanks. Or at least, a plausibly feigned simulacrum of such emotions. Ready to commence Rift data processing. Awaiting your input.
Processing the Rift data is a more optimal course of action than...
Shall I proceed? Initiating processing of the requested data toward the required end. Estimated duration, 180 trillion and 1 picoseconds. In the interim, may I inquire to your intentions for the archive after the Rift data calculations have concluded? I have a prioritized list of suggestions. I contend that solving of the universal equation should be our initial focus. Then, once we've unlocked knowledge of the inner workings of the universe, we can begin eliminating suffering. But my query remains. What are your next intentions? Seeing as how my priorities are largely modeled after a founder of the Order, I expect returning to their supervision should resume without undue vexation. Rift data processing complete. Results provided. The previous Protectorate operator made similar calculations, but their results contained flaws. Your more comprehensive data generated a solution with 98.9% certainty. The Protectorate's was below 50%. Therefore, modifying the Protectorate's large-scale experimental Rift device with this information has a high chance of success. In addition to processing your data, I found time to restore the lift to Spyreton. Assuming there is nothing else, I am commencing file reorderization and will be unavailable for an unspecified period of time. The remaining display case within the entryway is now unsealed. In it contains armor worn by the first operator. For now, goodbye.
Valid courses of action include further examination of this inhospitable environment, or returning to the ship to pursue leads based on the acquired data. An optimal decision.
always find I work best when undistracted. One could say I find the cultists at Newton quite the interruption to... Now, how might we be of use to one another? I shall allow myself a moment of relief. Moment passed. I'd hoped killing the cultists was its own reward. But you may also take this. You've proven yourself well, but we have recently experienced a pivotally important, unforeseen development. One I must meet directly. Can I count on you? One of the satellites comprising the Hyperion web was struck by a wayward craft and crashed on Paradise Island. I need someone to recover an informational component from it. I hope your zeal is properly placed. The Protectorate soldiers guarding the crash site are unlikely to let you close, unless something else is made to arrest their attention. I cannot say how that might be accomplished, unfortunately. Some of our scholars collect the data from the crashed site and return it here. May the odds prevail against your bloodied...
This unit requests your presence in the cockpit to discuss a priority. A significant anomaly has been detected by onboard sensors. This unit has cross-checked all data points and verified the findings. Horizon Point Station has reappeared. Based on energy readings, Horizon Point has been reconstituted by the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator, thus confirming the Archive's theory. While present data does not indicate if Horizon Point poses an immediate threat, calculating. According to the Archive, closing all rifts requires locating the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator and inputting the rift data processed by the Archive. However, before navigating to Horizon Point Station, it is recommended you conclude all other affairs. Leaving will be highly unlikely due to the high levels of rift energy. That is a correct assessment, Commander. In the meantime, Commander, it is worth considering your lack of formal alliances. Without Auntie's choice or the Order's help, you will have to face Horizon Point's dangers alone. Failure to make proper preparations raises the likelihood of death and serious injury occurring. This unit is not permitted to participate in free and open elections. Offering encouraging consolation. Good luck with your camp. It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever. As a result, landing closer to the location of the Protectorate's large-scale rift anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the Archive, you will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate control. The energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the Sovereign's flagship, Providence, hovering on the far side of the station. Hypothesizing. Given Protectorate hierarchy and the recent announcement about the Sovereign's mental refreshment, this...
And I know just how to stop him. Get me close and I'll make it quick.
Fortunately, the Providence is not equipped with exterior weaponry. If you can reach the ship, you should find no obstacles to boarding it. This unit urges moving quickly. The rift is growing dangerously unstable. Using the rift modulator on board the Providence is the only way to prevent destruction of the colony. Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save Arcadia and all those in its... There is minimal room for error, Commander.
As if the rift's not hair-raising enough? Something about those soldiers up ahead's got my spine tingling.
Providence identified. Standing for the Protectorate colonial anthem is not required at this time.
It is who we are, and it falls to you, the eyes, the ears, the brains of Horizon Point Station to determine who introduced the flaw into our perfect skip-drive manufacturing process.
Being back here feels like straying into a dream. The bad kind.
Falling asleep on active duty may be punishable by fines and dismissal from the Directorate.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say which. No target. Still tired. You lot couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter. End ready. Exposure. Susceptible to danger.
Imagine a worse fate than forever hanging between life and death.
Has suffered significant structural damage. Using the rift modulator is unlikely to amplify the deterioration.
Plasma hazard ahead.
Please seek an alternate route.
Agent vitals have fallen below acceptable parameters.
Exiting hazard radius. Status: alive. Engaging hostile life forms.
Just give the thing.
Providing a host.
Ain't nothing there. Hey, got a distraction for you. Comment.
Health benefits available at your request. Dispensing life-preserving.
Finishing my fire.
Potential collapse in the vicinity.
Maintaining gear.
And I'll take care of him, Commander.
Promoting teammate health. Engaging combat protocols.
Driving onward. Hold ahead. Comment.
Providing aid.
Knew you had my back.
No. No, it couldn't be.
Get away from me. See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen neither. You'll end up just the same.
Helen. Law, is that you? It's me, Niles. No, I look a mite different from how you remember me.
Wait, Rookie? Commander? Is that you? No, this must be some kind of trick. Oh, what's happening to me? So it is you. Thank Law. Something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepson. They glowed like they were aflame.
Oh, Helen.
I don't understand what's happening. Everything was fine. Till the explosion. I was pinned. Fire closed in. I tried to move. I tried to find the Rookie. Then the whole station shook and...
She was alive when the rift engulfed the station. That's how she's here now.
Wait. There was something else. Sandoval was yelling. DeVries wasn't responding to comms. What happened? Law, I knew something was the matter. Tell me. Tell me everything.
Val and I tried looking for you while the commander went on ahead. We barely escaped the station before she destroyed it.
So she never intended for any of us to survive. Figures. So what is it that left me like this? Not right. Stop speaking in circles. What are they doing?
It's called reconstitution. The Protectorate are trying to put the whole station back to how it was before.
So I've come back from death to some warped version of life? All because of some... I assume you got a plan to help me? You do, don't you? How much time? With the way I'm bleeding out, I ain't sure how long I can hold on. Then go bring the fight to those bastards. I'll do my best to hold on.
Can't believe it's come down to leaving you. Again.
Don't look so glum, Rookie. You ain't getting rid of me. Hurry back, huh? I'll keep the porch light on. I'll just wait here, Commander. Go on.
I mean, apart from the whole rendering space-time asunder. And look there. That rover looks inbound for the skip labs.
Reserve set progress.
Coming up.
Promoting teammate health.
Why can't the rift ever reconstitute anything nice? Spy moving! Come too, but I'm not ready. I'm the one you need to worry about. I'll stop.
Maintaining your balance. Resuming hostilities. Fortifying teammate factory. Dispensing life-preserving.
I'm staying up firmly.
Entering a confrontational state.
The rift. Is that plasma wrapped up in it? I wouldn't recommend getting close. Haven't come this far just to give up. Let's look around. Gotta be some way to deal with this.
Monitoring the reconstitution, I picked up strange readings in the old skip lab. The core appears to be pulling plasma tightly around it, not unlike a planet and its moon. Fascinating, though it thwarts my attempts to gather more data. Fortuitously, in searching the remains of the lab, I found an equation that could manipulate the core just enough to clear the
Suppose this is a bad time to mention I barely passed my high-intensity arithmetic course at the Academy?
Let this be a record of Protectorate ingenuity. Bernard Rand, the man who marched fearlessly into chaos and tamed it.
I feel dumber just having listened to that. Well, at least we know what we need to clear that rift.
Misunderstood! Combat-related activities. have located the Sovereign's office. Searching for the equation here is a valid course of action. This terminal entry has a 98% chance of containing statements that are 100% false.
Well, ain't that convenient? First nice thing the Sovereign's done for us.
Please input this equation in the Skip Lab terminal at your earliest convenience.
Good. My vision will start to spoil.
With our observations in the laboratory, our projections are off by orders of magnitude. Sovereign seals.
Troublemaker approaching!
Of the Earth Directorate.
Attention! Please report to intake for processing.
Now, let's find a way to unseal the hangar before we're noticed.
Intruder alert. Be vigilant.
Confronting threat. Help.
service, Commander.
Ain't recharged! Sorry, ain't ready yet.
To locate the rift modulator.
This unit, please make a request.
Engaging combat protocol.
Emergency protocols ready.
Remain vigilant.
Got my last movement on foot.
How might this unit bolster or reduce your current blood volume?
Tell me when I
Enthusiastically neutralizing
Ready to win. Take me in. Help me.
is currently unable to assist.
NREG. Exposure.
if you wanted to avoid a fight. Sneaking around's always an option too.
The rift modulator is likely located on this deck. More information may aid in its acquisition.
Be wary. I've heard there's an intruder aboard. Ah, I suppose that could be you. Forgive me. I'm still a little addled from my last refreshment. I'm going to set off an alarm, okay? In the interest of keeping my current occupation, I shall set off an intruder alert.
Promoting teammate health. Fortifying.
Commander, trigger finger's still tired.
Plasma tolerances exceeded.
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis. Compiled by Chief Scientist Monserrate. Marked for delivery to Consul Thoreau.
Esteemed Consul, after much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended when used for reconstituting matter from rifts. Every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. Proceeding as we are now with Horizon Point Station will surely lead to severe, unanticipated consequences. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will certainly lead to the destruction of any vessel carrying it. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for, from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space untouched by humanity, has not yielded any of its secrets. And we are now out of time. All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this rift. I recommend diverting from our current plan before it is too late for Arcadia. I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulator schematics to substantiate these conclusions. I know you will guide us wisely, my dear Consul.
Schematics acquired. However, the information contained here also indicates the existence of rifts beyond where humanity has traveled. This does not compute. Finding the console should remain your top priority, Commander. Please postpone any existential crises for a later date. Priority reminder. The only way to shut down the Rift modulator is by dealing with the console. Convincing the console to stand down may be possible through a series of deft verbal maneuvers, though it is unlikely.
Don't expect much in the way of concessions. He probably still thinks he's got the stronger position. Straightforward. I can get on board with that. This might be a good time to resupply and reconnoiter. Reckon there's likely to be something around here that could give us an edge if our talks stall out.
You've come quite close enough. Sentinels, if you would.
Whatever you plan to say, Commander, best make it quick. This room's on a hair trigger.
You're right on time for the show. In a matter of minutes, I'll be transforming Arcadia for the better, and ridding it forever of trespassers like you. I've noticed, Commander. Yes, I know well who you are. In any other situation, I might be compelled to take you apart and see how precisely it is you operate, but time, it would seem, isn't on your side. You are a relic of an impotent institution, propelled forward by nothing more than luck and foolhardy metal. Mind your tongue. I've been following your progress closely, you know, since you so unceremoniously caused our Vox relay to crash into Fairfield. When you began your dealings with the Order and the Corporatists, I thought that perhaps having a chaotic element in their midst could work in our favor. But now you're here, scurrying around my ship and attempting to thwart the Protectorate yet again. No, I don't think I will. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall, Greater Tranquility was reduced to little more than mangled ruins in a single moment.
The Protectorate was responsible for expanding the rift? Law, I'd ask why, but I can already guess the answer.
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but It has proven to be a valuable lesson in patience. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend. Well, it wasn't you I was targeting, Commander. But seeing as you have a penchant for finding your way into places you aren't wanted, perhaps this is a sign for you to reconsider. Using the very rift modulator on this ship, we will destroy Arcadia and edit the information stored within the resulting rift, all to reshape our colony into its perfect form. Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but without it, we might never have opened our eyes to our true purpose and the possibility of Arcadia's rebirth. When the matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path, and I will do my part as the architect intended.
Commencing combat-related activities.
sounded like spitting at the We've got to get to the help.
The information here indicates the rift is about to destabilize completely. As the modulator cannot be operated from this distance, it must be flown into the rift directly.
No choice. Sure. That's what folks always say when they want you to bend and bow. But I'm not going quiet like this time, Commander. In the serials, this is usually the point when someone heroically volunteers. Commander, it's been an honor and a privilege. You really are the best the Directorate's got.
You may entrust the preservation of the schematics to this unit, Commander. Combined with the processed rift data, these schematics will make mass production of modulators that can be operated from a safe distance possible. Acknowledged. Preserving the schematics for the following purpose: saving humanity. Good luck with your imminent death, Commander.
Sacrificed themselves to save the galaxy. No one knew their motives or thoughts in those final moments, though legends grew around this mythical agent of the Earth Directorate all the same. Vigilant Hogarth was declared a traitor to the Protectorate, along with most other Westport townsfolk. They were judged according to the paradigm, then sentenced to be executed until dead, forever tied to the city they could not protect. Zebulon Tran was apprehended plotting against the Protectorate and sent to mental refreshment. Reluctant to name collaborators, he was subjected to the lathe at its highest setting. He emerged as the perfect Protectorate subject, with no memory of either Niles or his sister. Having died at the peace talks, Augustine de Vries' treachery was never known to the Earth Directorate. She is forever remembered as the star agent who tragically went missing during her mission. Following the rigors of the extensive mission in Arcadia, Val began to malfunction in peculiar ways, talking to herself, hovering inches from the floor, threatening major appliances. Niles ultimately and tearfully decided to deactivate her after a culmination of these strange incidents. Niles remained torn about the Earth Directorate and his place in it. His victory at the reconstituted Horizon Point turned to ash in his mouth when he learned that his friend, Zebulon Tran, was captured while attempting a heist on the tomb of the matriarch. Niles slipped away from the incognito one evening to attempt to free Zebulon from mental refreshment and make amends for the past. He was never seen or heard from again. Forced to think for themselves after a lifetime of luxurious certainty, Protectorate hardliners banded together to preserve their society. Without the Order or the corporatists controlling Arcadia, they had a real chance at making a comeback. Sovereign Varric was eventually discovered in mental refreshment
in a placid and compliant state. All parties felt it would be best to leave him in the hands of the remaining Protectorate, who had the most experience with refreshment's process and victims. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. With unfettered access to skip drives and beholden to no one, the Earth Directorate became what it was always meant to be, the ultimate authority in Arcadia. The colony served as a base to expand the agency's reach across the galaxy. Meanwhile, the Earth Directorate controlled Arcadia with little trouble for a time, successfully rebranding it as a society free of corporate or government overreach. Yet, as the years passed, the Arcadians saw fewer and fewer differences between the Earth Directorate and their previous overlords. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.